You know, this situation became a whole lot funnier when we don't even know what the fuck or who the fuck this event is for. So yesterday, I made a video talking about the god-awful returning event that they had in-game. Now, my reasons were two main reasons. Number one, the paid packs were paid packs that were catered towards concurrent players that would not have access to this returning event. And number two, the paid aspect was too great for too little rewards. All right, so my one problem was the paid aspect, and number two, well, that together was the paid aspect and the free-to-play aspect. What was my problem with it? My main problem with it was that it just wasn't enough. Now, I'm going to give more details as to that, but I also do want to backtrack on something because I am so confused with what happened. Guys, it's not me. Listen, okay? I see this. Return to the game and continue playing. Luckweaver's Carnival is now live. Return to JJK Fanpara and continue playing. Log back into the game during the event period to receive generous rewards. The event is only available to certain players. So when I see this, when I see return, log back in, what the fuck am I supposed to think? Like, let's go in here. Let's see what it says. Let's see if there's any more details. Do we... Oh, we don't even see it. Huh. Well, damn. Well, damn, I guess we just won't see it. Okay. Well, then that's unfortunate. So when you consider all of this, right? When you consider all of this, my initial thoughts is, oh, this is only for returning players who maybe haven't played for either a week or a month. But no, it isn't. It isn't. So this is only certain players. So essentially, to my understanding, now I'm gonna show this with comments. I think I got it or like something like that. Never skipped a day. I still got it. And then if I check ones I responded to, I don't think this is a return event. If you're a returning player, okay, no. Everyone got it, didn't they? Not just returning players. Maybe they worded it wrong. I'm an active player and I got it, right? So what's up? But I got this event even I'm not a returning player. Guys, my mind was like hurting when I saw all these comments because why are we as non-returning players getting this? So there is one thing I will give them credit for, I guess. And that's the fact that for non-returning players, this is an amazing event, right? This is a truly amazing event, especially the AP. Make sure you save the AP, by the way. JJK 0 story event during anniversary is going to have like a 250% boost if you have all the units, because there's like SRs, like 3 recollection bits that you could have max duped, and then there's Ghetto Utah, right? So it's like the best story event to farm in the game, the best event to farm, so you want to save all the AP for that. So it's like, this is great for like current players, but then the paid part is also really good. First of all, $5, 10 AP packs, huge. And then if you get this up, you could get fucking 22 cursed crystals, which is insane. So for people who are concurrent players and still got it, because apparently this is not a returning event, well then GG. Now I do want to like make sure, I do think that returning players all got it. I think that like it's returning players and a couple that weren't. That's my understanding of it. Now, as it is marketed as a returning event, I'd like to give my reasons for why it was bad. More reasons, okay? And I think that this is going to be something that I am saying without malice. I really do think if you are fine with this returning event and think it is not bad, you just haven't played many gachas, right? I'm not going to accept bottom of the barrel like shit just because they give it to me, right? Now, it's different when it's actually good or something we need, like wishlist. That is not bottom of the barrel. That's a really good thing. Monthly tower is a really good thing. But this is different. And why? Because it is marketed as a way for people to return to the game. Now, why does that matter? The main point as to why that matters is because of the fact that for people to return, you want them to feel like they could catch up. Because once you stop playing a game, there's this little thing called FOMO, that once you hit that FOMO, right? Once you feel like there's no point in playing, then you're fucked. So returning events, they serve to catch you up, right? Now, we get AP packs, cool. We get some tickets, cool. I do not think it is enough. Now, let me state my reasons for saying so. in terms of your account box, your box, right? You're missing so many cubes that 30 tickets is not going to cut it. 30 tickets is not going to cut it, okay? Like, as a returning event, I just want to make sure, this is crazy that I'm even bringing this up, but let's go to Gacha Gaming. So, this is a Reddit that does kind of, I will say, cater a lot to the Hoyoverse fan base, but I'm just going to go into this. And this is something that people have said. So I do want to put this out there. Now, this is a consensus between 50 people, I guess, right? So how do you feel about return events? So they say a lot of shit, right? And return events are a very common thing. I want to make sure that's understood. Returning events are something that you need. Now, this person who's deleted now, I think they're essential. If I return to a game and they give me nothing or less than pre-release bonuses, I'm like, never mind. I don't actually understand the hate against return rewards by existing players when they don't get it too. I remember this being a big issue with E7 return incentives. So return incentives should always be a priority. I don't really care how old the gacha is I want to play, but if I come in and there's nothing to really keep me, then I usually just think that they don't really care about new players and leave. Much better to be bombarded with all the new stuff I can't understand than having barely added anything to check on. After I got 7 free fully updated, I do not know. I'm not really gonna go off of that one. The way that Arknights does it is nice. Events return and then they get archived, which we don't have, which would be nice actually. Would be nice. I think this is actually a good point. So like if you're not gonna have a return event, you should have it archived. But we don't, like, our events, they come and they go. We're never getting it back unless it's like JJK 0, right? You lose that currency. And I just think that being able to catch up is important. Now, the main reason, why is it important? To make the game more money. Because if these players come back, one, the community grows, and two, they make more money. And what does making more money do? They're able to keep the game alive longer. I think this is a very important thing. Now, for example, Wuthering Waves, right? Wuthering Waves has one, and honestly, theirs is pretty bad, if I'm being honest. Like, it didn't really incentivize me to stay, but it was more so just I wanted to play, and it's not like I lose much like in this game, right? Like, it's a fine game to return to. But guess what? We actually get some currency, and they are updating it to give a free 10 pull, right? For the first anniversary. So they are updating it, which is something I hope JJK could do, because it's pretty ass. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna get more into that later. But essentially, if you see here, like, you get some stamina, like JJK, but you get actual currency, which I think there's some more here. Yeah, but this is half a multi. They are changing that to, I think, over a multi, which is gonna make it like way better. But I would say that, like, even this minimally is better because they're giving actual currency for new banners, right? That's something very important. But something it's even crazier, Genshin's is like way better. So this one is actually really important, because if you check here, where is it? Blessing. So you're actually gonna have for a full 28 days that 4 times per day you're gonna get 2 times boosts in a lot of the domains that give a lot of rewards, which is something that I was recommending. I think this is a very important thing, like just being able to give that to incentivize people. Like, listen, you have the AP packs, but being like, here's an extra bonus, get extra rewards, right? That would be amazing. And then they get actual currency once again, a whole multi, and then even more currency here. I don't give a fuck if this game's like 4 years old. I do think it still counts for JJK to still have a returning event that's somewhat decent if they're going to implement it. And that's just my honest to God opinion. Now, I want to search the word enough. Like, I don't know. I get your point, but imagine whining about 30 pulls and 26 AP packs for free. People could get back in before Annie and get a little boost. They could have not provided this at all before Annie. This is just like, hold on. I kind of want to pull it up. It's this meme. It's this meme right now. Okay, on my screen. This is the meme, and this is that person right now. Okay, they cut up the one piece of bread, and then they have the one very small slice of it. That's essentially it. And he's drooling over it, right? Goofy's drooling over it. And that's essentially how it is, right? The AP packs are good, like I've already said. But 30 standard tickets when you're a returning player is just not going to cut it. Like, what you get 1 recollection bit. Okay, whoa, you missed out on HI. What if you missed out on HI? Right, you're fucked. Right, you're not. It doesn't matter. You got 70 for HI, and you're telling me as a returning player to catch up, you're not going to get anything. Now, why is it important to actually be able to quote unquote catch up? Well, there's a monthly tower, right? There's a monthly tower. There's events. You want to do the events. You want to get through tower, right? You want to be able to catch up, especially when we start getting cursed sweep, right? At that point, you only have a certain amount of runs per week, so you kind of like have limited rewards, so you're going to want to be able to catch up. And if you aren't caught up and you're not able to do the content and it's going to take a while, well, this game doesn't really have the best progression system, I will say. So being able to get you to the point that other people are at is also going to help you feel like you are a part of the community more. Like if you see other people at around a similar level, even if you're a bit lower, you're like, okay, I could maybe get to that level and I'm actually able to attain that rather soon, which I do think is very, very important. I do not think that they should just give us bottom of the barrel shit. I do not think that works, because you want people to stay. The whole goal for them is to stay, and having little return rewards does not give them that incentive to stay, right? That is the main point I am making, right? That I think is very important. Now I want to go to more that I've responded to that I think are very important. Now this is another point. If you're a returning player and the first event they give you is an event that you have to pay to complete, why would you want to keep playing the game? It's such a red flag to have a paid to complete event for a returning player. I don't get how people are defending this. Now why this is also important is because the people that quit and might want to return are people who were like turned off by the paid aspect, and then they come back and the first thing they see is another paid event. I don't think that's the best standard to set, right? I do not think so. Now, is there another one that I could really go to? But yeah, no, like I said, for like old players, it's great. But if they're going to add a returning event, they should do it properly, right? That's the main thing. I don't know what bro yapping about, but comparing this game with other games, talking about what Billy should do in the future doesn't really matter. Like getting this game on global app store play was a huge W. Anyways, games are different from one another for a reason. Just stop comparing. Thank you. This is a completely disingenuous comment because you're going to glaze no matter what, right? Because this person shit talking for a game to get better is wild. I'm going to leave it at that. He's mad that I want the game to get better. He's mad that I'm criticizing the game. If you don't want something to get better, just like don't interact with the community. Just play your game. Like have fun alone, right? I just like, this is a funny ass point to make. I'm not going to lie. This is a really funny point to make. Like he's annoyed at me criticizing the game just to have a better returning event so people actually want to return. That's crazy. Because if you come back, like, listen, there's two scenarios, right? And this is something I need to make clear, right? Number one, you come back and then you see the event. Oh my God, you're so happy, right? Okay, but you were already coming back. It doesn't matter. We don't give a fuck about you. Go play the game. Cool. Number two, people who were not going to play the game because they don't want to have to catch up and take 2 months to catch up. But oh wait, there's a returning event. There's 2 times drops for a month. Oh my God. 26 AP packs, let's go. Oh my God, we're getting an extra 3,000 cubes to help me get a little boost. Let's go. Oh my God, there's 30 tickets. Okay, that's decent enough. Maybe we could have gotten another 30, but that's fine, right? I just feel like giving at least a little more, like incentivizing people to get more materials would have been the way to go. I'm not gonna lie. Is there another one? I do think yeah, no, bro. I can't believe it. I genuinely cannot believe it. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I really don't feel like what I'm saying is crazy. If you do think that what I'm saying is crazy, let me know why. But I don't know. I'm just here to say that the incentives to return, if you didn't plan on returning, is just not there, right? I think that giving a better boost would have actually incentivized people to just stay longer. I don't really like give a fuck about the paid aspect anymore. It's just like the free-to-play aspect is good, but they should not, like, when you compare it to other gachas, it just doesn't count as a good returning event, right? Like, I could be happy that it's there. But still say it's shit. And that's what I'm doing. I'm saying it's shit because that's what it is, right? We're missing like half of the returning event. Now, even more than that, you know what they could have done? And you might think this is crazy, but it really isn't. They could have done, at a gacha, 150 pulls, you get one of the hidden inventory units as a returning player. So you do 150 pulls, and then you get either Toji, Ghetto, or Tinjo, right? One of the three, and that's it. And it sounds crazy to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not that crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you're making them summon with cubes to get it, right? And sure, it takes 100 less pulls for the pity, but it's a one-time thing. Once you get one of the three, then the banner's gone. I think that would be fine, right? You could get it early, cool, and if you don't, you go with the full 150. Catching up in that manner should not be something that's frowned upon, because we want this community to grow. We want to have as many people in it And I think that limiting, like having a returning event and doing half the work just sucks, right? It does suck. Like this could have been a very good way to actually get a lot of people to come back, more people if anything, and I could have made videos being like, return now. If you do plan on returning, now's the best time. If you want to spend, you could do it with the event, but the event even for returning players just isn't good. So that's essentially my points. People do think that returning events are good, but I don't know, JJK, the fans, people in my comments just don't. Some people, actually, I mean, like overall it was very civil, but some people were like, it's better this than nothing, but you know, I'm not going to take mediocrity, right? So it's kind of it. I don't know. There's not really much more to say, guys. Let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.